Hi, it's David Davis from VMwareVideos.com, and recently I was granted a demo account over at the Solarwinds demo system to access the latest version of what's now called Solarwinds Virtualization Manager. This is previously the Hyper 9 Manager, but as you may have heard, Solarwinds purchased Hyper 9, and this is the latest and greatest version of the Hyper 9 solution, now renamed. So let's go ahead and log in here with our demo account and take a look at Solarwinds Virtualization Manager. Now, the first time I saw Hyper 9 Manager back at, I think it was VMworld 2008 or 2009, I remember it being kind of like a Google interface for your virtual infrastructure. And that's still in here. You see here the query builder in the blank at the top of the screen here. That's a very powerful part of Solarwinds Virtualization Manager. You can get into some really complex query strings here, and then you can use the results to learn about your virtual infrastructure, run reports, monitor performance, and so forth. If I do the drop down over here on the right, here's some of the things that you can create queries about. But like I said, there's a lot more to Solarwinds Virtualization Manager than just creating queries. As you can see here, they have these different boxes on the screen, and if you scroll down, there's a lot more of them than what you initially see at the top. And these are all called widgets. Just like in Microsoft SharePoint, these widgets are highly configurable. You can create your own widgets, and all the different widgets have their own function. So if we start over here on the left-hand side, underneath All Alerts, there's a lot of different alerts here related to vSphere performance, things like virtual machine swapping, high CPU ready, virtual machine ballooning, virtual machine no heartbeat, disk latency, and so forth. So this is sort of our all alert dashboard here, and you can click on any one of these to drill down further. It also gives you, of course, information about each one of the different alerts as you mouse over that alert. To the right of that, you see top cluster CPU utilization. We can see that the North HA cluster is actually running at 82% CPU utilization across 8 cores. We can scroll on down here and learn about top memory utilization across our clusters, top virtual machine CPU ready information, top virtual machine memory ballooning, virtual machine disk that's greater than 95% full, data store I/O latency. Down here we can see the latency values. We can sort by any of these fields. Data store, low free disk space, top virtual machine network I/O. All these are sortable, and they're also highly configurable, so I can move these around, I can drag and drop, I can modify these, I can create my own, I can embed these in, let's say, another website if I chose to do so. So these are the different widgets that you'll find on the dashboard. There's also, of course, search queries here, lists, showcase, but then take a look at these other things across the top. So you've got business views. Business views are all about showing trends in the virtual infrastructure to help you make the right business decisions. For example, are you running low on memory in the vSphere cluster, and do you need to add more memory or add another physical ESXi server? The trending that you'll find in the business view is going to help you to answer those types of questions. In the planning section of Solarwinds Virtualization Manager, you'll find a lot of valuable tools related to capacity planning. So you can perform a lot of calculations over here about virtual machine sizing. Are virtual machines oversized or undersized? And then you can go out and run capacity planning reports. If we look at mapping, this is where you can see some great visual diagrams that help lay out how the virtual infrastructure is connected. Here you'll get some great business views about how the virtual infrastructure is laid out, and then you can drill down on top of these to find out more information. And that brings you to the drill down view for the cluster that I clicked on. Here you can see information about the number of hosts, the number of virtual machines, the number of vMotions, whether or not host monitoring is enabled, virtual machine monitoring, the number of IOPS, network throughput, CPU usage, and memory usage that has happened over the past 24 hours, as well as information about the amount of memory available in the cluster, the status of DRS, and the network interfaces that are available. As you can see, Solarwinds Virtualization Manager has a lot more to offer than just being a search engine for your virtual infrastructure. And one of the things that Solarwinds has been touting with the new release that I really like is that Virtualization Manager is affordable. They have a version now that is deployed as a virtual appliance, and that virtual appliance at the entry-level tier, supports up to 50 running or powered-on virtual machines for $2,995. It is a good value, and being packaged as a virtual appliance makes it easy to install and easy to get up and running. You know, Solarwinds Virtualization Manager is just one of those tools that, if used right, it can actually help pay for itself by finding the virtual machine sprawl that's been occurring in the virtual infrastructure, helping you to remove that or eliminate that, right-sizing the virtual machines, and thus allowing you to save time on administration, allow you to save time on the number of physical servers deployed in the virtual infrastructure, and the size of the resources that are configured on the virtual machines. All in all, Solarwinds Virtualization Manager is a powerful tool that offers not only searching, but also performance monitoring, alerting, capacity planning, and virtual infrastructure diagramming. You can download a free trial of Solarwinds Virtualization Manager over at solarwinds.com. Thanks for watching this lesson on Solarwinds Virtualization Manager. I encourage you to head over to solarwinds.com to download a free evaluation copy of Virtualization Manager, because I think it can be a powerful tool in helping you to get a handle on what's going on in your virtual infrastructure.